This will give you an idea of the test setup I'm using to evaluate two motors running off one ESC. I have an Eagle Tree system tied into my laptop computer, displaying amps by gauge as well as numerically, pack voltage, RPM, and the temperatures of the two motors. The Eagle Tree system then consists of a V3 data logger. I have two temperature sensors mounted on the motor. This is a brushless motor speed sensor. I have a servo controller to adjust the speed. One of the motors is loaded by a propeller. The other motor is unloaded, all being fed by a Seeking 180 amp ESC and a 5000 milliamp hour 4C pack. So I'll use the dial, the Astroflight servo eliminator, to start my motors. So loaded motor. Now this gives us a combination of both of them, so I'm drawing 6 amps. My pack voltage is 15.25. I'm running about 2500 RPM, and you can see my two temperatures down here, basically room temperature, because we're putting no load on the engine at 6 amps. Just to give you an idea, there's no load and again the draw on that. Now I can increase the draw. A little bit loud. So I'll cut it down right now, and we can go back and we can analyze the data. This is my test setup for evaluating the potential of using one ESC with multiple motors. In this configuration I have two Leopard 4074 motors at 2200 kV operating from a single Seeking 180 amp ESC. It is connected through this spaghetti tangle of wires. There are more connectors than what I need. I built them up so I can actually connect up to 4 motors simultaneously. In this connection I only have 2. I'll control the ESC by a little servo test unit. I have an Eagle Tree setup which is designed to monitor the temperatures. I have thermistors on both of the engine cans. I have a brushless motor sensor, and of course I measure amps as well as pack voltage. The units in have twin prop drives in the water. I can adjust the load by changing the pitch and the diameter of the props. All the information then is fed into a laptop with the Eagle Tree setup. So in this case I'm into the live mode. You can see my pack voltage is about 1525 volts. I'm running 4C. So what I'll do is I'll turn on the servo controller. I'll turn it on slightly, and you can get an idea of this $300 blender that we're using. Looking back at the Eagle Tree setup, we're pulling a little over 4 3/4 amps, pack voltage, RPM a little over 9,000, and of course our two temperatures close to ambient at this time. So what I'll do is I'll increase the speed even slightly. It'll get a little bit louder. You can see we're churning up the water pretty good. So in this case I'm pulling approximately 8 amps, pack voltage around 15, my RPMs are around 1300, and temperature is rising just slightly, but nothing significant on that. Now with this, I'm going to pull the power plug remaining at this particular setting and then compare the output with a single motor, single ESC configuration. So let me stop the video now and pull the power. I'm running the test setup again. In this case I have completely disconnected one of the motors, so I'm running one Leopard motor with the ESC. And now you can see we're pulling 4.9 amps, still the same voltage, and we're doing about, let's call it between 14 and 1500 RPM. You can notice the temperature's up slightly, but nothing significant.